Uh, it seems like I was right, you know. I made a video yesterday about how there was rumors about there being leaked news gonna drop very, very soon. You know, this week, matter of fact. I said this week. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people said I was baiting or whatever. Like I didn't know what I was talking about. And would you look at that, the very next day we get some news on 2K22. I believe some of you guys owe me an apology, you know? You know who you are. But look at this title, you know, see, Agent just said that new NBA 2K22 City just leaked. You know, and I can't find the videos. I know they're on Twitter, but I know there's multiple videos, so I'm just going to check out the whole thing on his video because I'm too lazy to go on Twitter and see for myself. And of course, yeah, Twitter can be Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not trying to have nothing happen to the channel, but you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I know a lot of people, you know, they was yo, it's so funny, man. It's just so funny. But you know, we got some 2K22 news. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on.
Goes from random websites quoting NBA 2K developers talking about current gen cruise ship talk. There's talk about the soundtrack. There's talk about the gameplay. So let's dive into it, man. First of all, if y'all new to the channel, you have
the soundtrack was last. You know, the soundtrack was last. I knew we was getting some gameplay or something about the city or whatever soon enough.
Haven't already, man. Be sure
News
to
gonna happen this week.
Drop a like on the video.
Y'all didn't believe me, but
likes. And let's get into it. All right, I kind of want to start with the newest news, and that's this video here. I don't exactly know what language this is, but when it's a language that looks Asian and I don't know how to readily identify it, I assume
that's 100% Chinese, bro. Come on, that's 100% Chinese. You know, I know it's not Japanese because I watch anime and I know what Japanese looks like. That's not that's Chinese.
The bread and butter, as we all know, of any NBA 2K experience is the gameplay. It's the basketball.
2K, y'all definitely could have got somebody that speaks this language to just make the video, but it's fine. I prefer it in English.
It's why you buy the game. NBA 2K22 takes huge steps to making that experience better than ever. With a very sharp focus on offense and defense and making those components more skill-based and less random animation based.
I heard that last year though. I swear I heard that last year, but I digress. Let's continue.
Oh my god, I'm fucking sick, guys, of hearing this exact thing be said every year. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I've heard this be said 12 times in my life. I don't believe it anymore.
I heard them say last year and the year before that.
Both the most accessible and the most enjoyable NBA 2K experience to date. Users are gonna have complete control over layups and dunks and the
I'm pretty sure we always had control over our layups and dunks. How much control can we have over this? You know what I'm saying? Then they took it out. They took it out this year. You lay up with your left hand, push the right stick to the left if you want to dunk it. Hold R2, push it to the left if you want to dunk with your right hand. Vice versa. Go up and point your right stick to the right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do a floater, hold it back. If you want to do a flashy dunk, hold it back while dunking. If you want to do a safe two-handed dunk, push it forward. How much more can we? I mean, yeah, you are. How much more control can you get? You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
Those mechanics in previous years, you would.
Oh my god. Okay, this is about the 5th time.
I want to hear something new. Come on. I want to hear something new.
We've heard this exact thing. Please, something useful.
Probably the mode that most of you play, that most everyone plays, is our MyCareer mode. It is our narrative-driven experience that allows you to effectively go from rags to riches, to go from high school to the NBA. In NBA 2K22, it is back, and it is bigger than ever.
Back!
In many
news! MyCareer is back! Oh my god, I can't believe it!
Wait, can y'all hear this though?
Bro!
I'm turning it up.
Bro, is how I would have reacted if I actually received some good news.
In NBA 2K22, it is back, and it is bigger than ever in many different ways.
Tell me.
On the next-gen consoles, MyCareer is completely integrated with the city.
It's been like that since 2K18. Am I? MyCareer is completely integrated with the city. Okay, the city. I get it. Okay, MyCareer in the city. Let's hear what he has to say about it, though.
And what does that mean? I would say in previous.
What does it mean, Mike?
MyCareer was kind of akin to a movie. You would start it, you would get a 5-minute sequence, and you would just go play games, and you'd eventually get more sequences. This year, like I said, it's completely integrated. You are going to have an intro, and then right away, your player is running around the city. He's talking to agents. He's talking to his best friend, coaches. It's very RPG-like. You are experiencing.
Okay, 2K, I want 2K to know this. Is someone watching, please? If y'all are going down an RPG route, please don't like half do it. Like really, because RPG games is like, these are some of the most addicting games on planet Earth. There's a reason why I don't touch games like Diablo. I already know I'm gonna have too much fun. And I have too many things to do in my life. So if y'all gonna go down RPG, please do RPG correctly. In my opinion, the best done RPG from a big publisher that went that route after their game having nothing to do with RPG to go into the RPG route was Assassin's Creed. I think they perfected it with Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah, fact, but you know, 2K, they're gonna mess it up. 2K has never made an RPG game. They're gonna mess it up.
What has? It's a really cool feeling, and it's a really big evolution for sports video games. Our current gen consoles, because again,
what was that?
What was that?
What was that little tidbit? What was that? I want to see that screenshot. How do you?
That was next gen. That was next gen.
God damn it!
That was next gen.
What am I looking at? Is this somebody's stream? Is this a 2K21 next gen stream that made its way into the video?
What?
Hey, shout out this guy, man. Keep grinding, my brother.
Our current gen consoles, because again, we're really making 2 games this year. We're making a brand new next gen experience
2K.
for our.
And 2K has never made. I don't think 2K has ever done this. Like where they had to make a current gen version and a next gen version, but they're 2 different games. One is going to be bad. Mark my words, one is going to be terrible. It's either going to be current gen or next gen. They're going to spend more time on one or the other. You would think they will spend more time on next gen, but knowing 2K, I don't know if that's just out of the question that they worked on next gen more than current gen. I don't know. It makes sense, right? But you got to understand, it's 2K we're talking about. It's 2K. Damn. Mark my words. You could clip this too. One of the 2Ks is going to be awful. Current gen or next gen. I don't know, but we got to see.
Our next gen consoles and those users.
Yeah.
And we're doing the same thing for current gen. Current gen also has a fully rich narrative that people will enjoy in a more traditional theme. You're on the boat, which we talked about earlier, and you're getting the full MyCareer experience.
My brother, that is not a boat. That is a mega yacht. Please. I've seen boats before. Some of my neighbors have boats. That is not what a boat looks like. That is a mega yacht.
Experience in a way that you've been experiencing for many years. So no matter which version of the game you purchase, you're getting a brand new experience that we know you're
gonna love. Hey,
yeah, but that MyCareer grind though, that's tough. I told y'all about mental health. Bro. I mean, the MyCareer grind gonna be brutal. And for content creators, if you want to make content on current gen and next gen, it's gonna be twice as bad. It's gonna be bad. And definitely we're gonna have to bust up that 150 for next gen, 50 for current gen to grind our player. But some of the people who have the finesse, I'm saying I do, but some content creators can, pay someone on the side to grind their current gen or get somebody to do it for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy though. Respectfully, I'm not that guy, pal. I'm not that guy.
This might work in whatever market you tried this on, but it shit is not working with me. You literally said nothing new. Because all of that we knew. We knew you was gonna be integrated into the city. We knew all of that. I actually received no new intel. For those who don't know, the next gen version of NBA 2K22 is not the traditional MyCareer experience. They alluded to it in Brian Mazik's article a couple weeks ago. I dropped a video on it. If you missed it, you can.
Hey bro, nobody cares about the MyCareer though. We're gonna get our badges. We're gonna upgrade our players. We might, whatever we have to do in MyCareer, we're gonna get it done about the first 2 weeks, and we're never touching it for the rest of the year. So it really doesn't matter.
You can catch that link in the description or on the end screen at the end of the video. But to sum it all up, really, instead of having a story mode and then they let go of you and there's nothing else to talk about, the story mode is like they kind of RPG'd it up. So now you have to grind RPG-like to get your fame up, and there's different side hustles.
I forgot about the hotspots. You gotta get that. You gotta get that.
It went trending on Twitter because everyone was like, "What? You could be a rapper on NBA 2K22 now. You could be a fashion mogul in NBA 2K22 now." I prefer it that way. I never really enjoyed a single player MyCareer story. If you're integrating it to the online, my dick is getting a little bit hard. I prefer it that way. But the news actually continued because NBA 2K22 Intel dropped this tweet on Twitter. They said, "The cruise ship will cruise to different locations when events take place on current gen." Ooh. To which Badge Plug appropriately responded, "The bank size is large." Man, I'm gonna come with low expectations for current gen because I don't believe that the dev team they have working on the game is as good as the next gen dev team. But I'm hoping that there's gonna be a lot of good frequent content across both games. I don't know which game people's gonna stick on. I think the answer is gonna be next gen this year, but because current gen is currently winning, that might be a difficult transition for some people to make. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't got the next really gen like console, that 2K's taking a risk. MyCareer has been the same way for a very long period of time. 2K took a risk to introduce MyCareer in 2K10. For them to take a risk to transform the way that MyCareer is played, in my opinion, is dope. Especially because if you did want like a generic MyCareer experience that's been the way it's been for like 11 years now, you can go on current gen. This is the best time for them to take a risk like this. Chimoma dropped it.
And there's not that much difference. I mean, you're still gonna have your MyCareer, your whole MyCareer like thing, and then you're gonna just have the city on the side. Like I said, the MyCareer thing, you could do what you want, but a lot of people, including myself, are just gonna go in there, get the badges, do what they gotta do, and head straight for the city, and probably never touch it again, unless, you know, we're making a different unless we're making a different build, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree.
Tweet on Twitter, he said 2K cruise ship sales to events. Here's the interview articles. Out of nowhere, 2K devs this year is just talking a random article. You just see like a 2K dev quoted in a random article on a random website. This ship will have various daily events while the ship sails closer to different land masses, allowing you to jump off and shoot hoops all around the world. You're gonna start and see an island off in the distance, and every day gets closer. Yep. You can jump off the boat. You can go to various.
Oh wait, what? Oh, that's tough. No, that's actually tough. That's actually tough. So like, if you see like, cause they're probably gonna have like the Antia as an event like always. So you're gonna see like a big Antia building, you know, saying like it's gonna be there in like 3 days. So like you could see it from afar, but each day it gets closer. Like, okay, all right, Antia, we getting closer. Okay, that's tough, but it don't take that long in like real time. But in game time, yeah, sure, you could do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's tough. Okay, turn gen. I like it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, just sometimes, the big city, it can have its negatives because some people don't like their city that big, bro. On a cruise ship, you're just surrounded by water. You can't go nowhere. I mean, it's nothing to do but to play basketball. Maybe go shopping in the big boat. Maybe, you know, you got your swags in it. But so far for current gen, that's a W. I'm not gonna lie. If the gameplay is good for current gen, because people like the old stuff. Let's be honest. People do not like change when it comes to 2K. So if 2K21, 2K22 current gen is like 2K21 current gen, but maybe better. You know what I'm saying? And if 2K22 next gen is like 21 next gen, but better, current gen still wins that battle. You understand? So next gen really got some work to do if they want to compete with current gen, because a lot of people don't have the next gen consoles, and so far current gen is winning the battle, the gameplay battle. Man, that sounds bad. Like, that's crazy. That sounds really bad. But that's the reality.
We even have an event in Egypt, events in Iceland in later seasons as well. I don't know if I can't read this article. Writer doesn't know how to write. I say it's both of us. Hey, I want y'all to know that what he just said is actually nothing new in the NBA 2K series, because in NBA 2K3 or was it NBA 2K4, it might have been both. Egypt was a map. Washington DC was a map. China was a map in the game. These are all things they did multiple decades ago.
That you could play in Egypt in 2K4? What? It was probably like a 3-on-3, regular 3-on-3 versus computers, but still, that's a good idea. I wonder why he ain't bringing it back.
I've been saying for a while it needs to come back. I've been saying for a minute it'd be nice to play around the world. So this right here, I'm looking, my is getting hard. I'll wait to see the execution of it.
But don't get it twisted. They're not gonna have you go off the boat when they land. Like when they dock ashore, there's not gonna be nothing on shore besides that event you're going to. I can promise you that, because 2K, nah. When you want to go play basketball, you either play in an event or go back on that damn boat. Yeah, fact.
Though, because when you talk about something, you tend to assume like best case scenario. What if they actually pull it off? But what if they don't and it's buggy and it's a mess, or it's not like the environment suck and there's no lights and it's not colorful. It's like 2K18 grayscale. We don't know. But this is positive news for the people that if you don't have next-gen consoles yet because they're still hard to come across, you can play the current-gen version of the game and
looks like you can have fun.
There's a whole new dev team working on it. And unlike in previous generation jumps, it's not like some shit they just shot out that they didn't care about, they put one developer on. It's a whole dev team working on the game. The chances that becomes a dookie product is not as low, is not as high. You know what I mean? Things got a little bit more interesting because 2K is getting a little bolder with their risk-taking. This time it has to do with soundtracks.
Okay.
NBA 2K said this. The NBA soundtrack will be updated with fresh tracks to capitalize on some of the hardest artists.
I mean, they did that this year. They didn't update it as much, but they did update it, you know what I'm saying? Even though the songs wasn't as good, you know? I mean, it's all about the songs they didn't do, you know? They did update it.
At the time. Taking it a step further, up-and-coming producers will also be able to drop their own beats for the game's community to get their hands by adding vocals and remixing the beats. 2K Sports' decision comes after years of—
Please, I don't want to hear your homeboys mixtape when I'm hooping, bro. I'm sorry. If that's what they say, I don't want to hear your homeboys mixtape that somehow made it onto the game. Because, you know, Ronnie's cousin, if I was Ronnie's cousin, I could for sure get my song on that game, bro. Because it's about who you know. I don't want to hear Mike Wang's cousin, bro. I don't want to hear Ronnie's cousin, bro.
Sports games suffering from soundtracks quickly aging amid a constantly moving music industry. Don't ever describe the music industry as constantly moving. Those are some of the oldest
I don't care though.
people I've seen on planet Earth. But they're right. There was a time where the soundtrack was like a huge part of the game, and as decades went on, it's become less and less important. Soundtracks have been hitting less and less. I know some of y'all still remember like NBA Live 06 soundtrack.
Everybody remembers 2K17's music, 2K16 music. You know, I mean, when you hear that song, you know it's iconic just because of how good the game was, you know. You hear Lil Uzi was on 2K18. Now I do what I want, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool, but we don't remember it for being on 2K18, you know. But what was that song? I get it 365. So yeah, I already know who you already know where I'm going. We already know what game that from. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't in that game, I wouldn't care about it.
I could narrate you the lyrics word by word for a majority of songs on that soundtrack. NBA Street Volume 2. That game without the soundtrack is not the same game. It puts you in a vibe. It puts you in a vibe to want to dunk on people and break ankles with Allen Iverson. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but the process of getting the rights for the music they put in these games is not only very expensive and costs millions of dollars, but also takes a lot of effort. In my opinion, is not worth the effort, and you could take that same money and just hire more developers. I don't think nobody really even listens to the soundtracks in 2K games no more. I listen to it. I just have my Spotify running on the side, Apple Music running on the side. You can play whatever you want to. And for copyright reasons, I haven't even listened to soundtracks in the last 6-7 NBA 2Ks. I turn them off immediately because I have to make videos, and I don't want artists taking all my money. But for those of you who actually do enjoy the experience, they call it now a dynamic soundtrack, so the soundtrack is gonna be changing throughout the years, so there's something to look forward to there if you're into that. I've been asking 2K to actually give us real exclusive content, access to behind the scenes stuff for so long, and it seems like the past couple years they've been actually doing it. Here's cover athlete Luka Doncic in a mocap suit recording some of the animations for NBA 2K. That's Mike Wang in the tuck, baby! Yeah! Mike Wang's defending Luka? Hey, that's actually fucking dope, by the way. Yo, man, if my job was to be a developer for a game, fucking celebrity athletes came in and I got to defend them, that's a lit job, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's cool.
D up, Mike.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? But we all know, Mike. Saying it's, you know, you got the guard Luka, which is cool, but I'm gonna need you to get your ass in that. That studio, bro, yeah, get them sliders right, my God, because 2K22, we ain't playing with you, bro. Respectfully, we on that, yeah, facts.
Oh, yes, sir. What a clean form. So we got some new Luka animations in the game. You love to see it. Bro, please tell me that's not Luka size up. Nobody is ever going to pull the trigger on this dribble move in the park.
Let me see that.
Nobody is ever going to game. You love to see it. Bro, please tell
me
that's not
hold on now. Let me look at it again.
Luka animations in the game. You love to see it.
That's a size up. You could speed boost off of it. Because you could speed boost out of that size up, bro. I don't know how the dribbling's gonna be, but it looks like a size up you can get some little cheesy animations out of. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what direction he's gonna go. Going right.
Bro, please tell me that's not
left,
the size
right.
Up. Nobody is ever gonna.
It could be slow, but deadly. We don't know.
Dribble move in the park.
Ooh. Oh no, that's trash. That's a trash tweet. That's all right behind the back.
Hey, I know Mike Wang might be telling you to be less explosive, Luka, but please, for the sake of gameplay and fun, be more explosive in these animations, please. Anyway, that is the entirety of the clip.
Facts.
NBA 2K is pushing pre-orders as they usually do. Developers love to push pre-orders as early as possible because they just take the pre-order money and invest it. So if you give them $60 and they make like a 8% return on your $60 that they invest in random markets around the world, then they're making more money than your $60 is giving them. And so they're making money with the money you give them early, and so they incentivize pre-orders, which usually means that developers like to give news early so that you have a reason to pre-order. But for some reason, with less than a month left in 2K's launch, we still haven't heard too much about the gameplay. We haven't heard really much about the city, my team, my NBA, the
coming
W,
though.
Really any mode. Unlike any way they've released news in the past, I'm curious
like
to
I
see
said, we got 5 weeks.
Really start to pummel home.
They got to get all the news out within those 5 weeks.
See what the games are all about. And this year, there's 2 games to talk about. There's 2 games. There's 2 full games to talk about.
Facts.
It feels like of any year, this would be the year where you would start early, so you can let people know what's going on in these video games. You're selling to us for 70 bones, 2K, or 100. It's more than 100. Some of these packages is more than $100. Hey, in the comments down below, let me know if y'all already pre-order NBA 2K22 on either current, next, or both gens. If y'all new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop a like on it so we get to 25,000, and have a second channel.
Okay, all right. Like I said, I need an apology. I need that apology right now. I mean, if you guys, obviously you know who you are, man. But I told you the news is coming out. I told you the news is gonna be coming out. Y'all didn't want to believe me, but it's all right. I accept your apology. But anyway, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. I think this video is too damn long anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna leave a like quick, but I'm out. Peace.